Are you good?
Is Sam a good dad? Is Claire a good mom? How would each handle things differently if their family situations were reversed? Are their parenting styles similar to those of their parents? What kind of parent do you think Brittany would have been? Why?
I personally think that they're both good parents given that they have so much to balance in their lives. I think specifically Brittany is a really good mom because she plans out things. One example is on page 108 when Brittany not only remembered a costume for herself and Emily, but also for Max and Sam. This shows how she thinks well in advance and plans for things.
You go.
I personally think Sam is a really good dad as well because on page 38, he knows exactly like how many Cheerios to give Max to keep him busy and preoccupied. So he like pays a lot of attention to Max. Shows how much he cares.
I feel like Max is also a really good parent, and Brittany. Brittany really knows what she's doing as a parent. Like she actually cares. Like she's not afraid to like tell people, yeah, this is my kid and stuff like that. I still feel like Max is Sam is a really good parent too, but I feel like he's not as good as Brittany is because like he hides that he has a kid and stuff like that from people he doesn't know.
I messed it up.
Oh yeah, I meant Claire. Alright, my bad. I'm mixing up names.
I feel like Sam.
Both names are wrong.
I feel like Sam is a good parent for taking Max in when Brittany couldn't handle the responsibilities. If their family situations were reversed, I think Sam's dad is more chill than Claire's mom. Claire's mom is clingy, and Sam's dad act like as if he doesn't want to be involved.
I can like almost like foresee this idea that Claire is gonna become like a crazy helicopter mom. Like I can already see it. Like she's like, I don't like strollers. Like I need to pick up my kid in this yarn and like do all these things. And she's so focused on research. And I feel like eventually she's just gonna be like really uptight about making sure her kid has like the best everything.
Yeah, I agree with Emma. Page 94 says that Emily had a real state-of-the-art stroller, and like that just shows she's like Claire and Sam have a lot of like lifestyle differences, and I think that since Claire's at more of an advantage than Sam is, I think that's gonna really like kind of get to her head, I guess.
I feel that Sam and Claire are both good parents, but I think they feel like they struggle with different things. Like for Sam, he struggles more with like the self-confidence and everything, and then Claire struggles with like at home and like how her mom was like, I want to do everything.
I agree with Kaikisha, what she said earlier about how Sam's a good parent for taking Max in, because when Brittany on page 132 said she was moving and that she was going to put him up for adoption, he had that fatherly instinct to just take him in right away and care for him.
Yeah, with what Alex said, he was like, page 132 said, I'm a father, that's the reality. You said so, you said I couldn't just walk away from this. And he was talking to his dad, but that just shows like the courage and like, that shows a lot.
Well, kind of like going to the next part of the question. I think, I said that Brittany would not be a good mom because, like from like what I can like assume from the book, I think Brittany is more of like kind of like an uptight, more, she like kind of cares about herself more than other people. She like comes from like a very rich family, and like she just moved away. She just kind of wanted to get out. She thought that if she escaped, she'd get a new start, and obviously she valued her, I guess, reputation more than her own son. So.
Yeah, I agree with Brenton. I do not think that Brittany would have been a good mother. I just don't think that she really even wanted to be a mother in the first place. Like on page 128, she said, but it wouldn't make a difference. I would still give him up. So really she never had a plan to keep Max in the first place.
I agree with Brenton that Brittany wouldn't be a good mom in my opinion. I agree with like everything he said, and then also one thing I wanted to add was she's seems like really impatient. Like just from the little bit we know, like she only stayed to try to take care of Max for like 2 weeks, then she just gave up.
Yeah, I agree with that. Like, kind of going on what you said, like she doesn't like stick to it that much, and she kind of like wants to move on pretty fast. So like if she would have like kept him longer, she might have just like said like whatever, and just like kind of left them to the side, which is not good like for me.
I would say Claire is a good mom because like she like takes her kid places. On page 95 it talks about like how like when they're in public she says like oh no, like they are ours, and it just shows that she's not afraid to like own up and show that she has a kid or whatever. And then Sam is also a good dad because when Max cut his hand or whatever, right away he rushed him to the emergency room. And then just page 195 or 175, I don't know, I can't really read it, but it just basically says how he's gonna take him to the emergency room and stuff, and it just shows that Sam cares for his son.
Yeah, going off what Brandon said, Sam's a good dad, because when he brought him to the hospital, like after Max got all stitched up, Max shifted at the sound of my voice and held out his hands on page 182, so that kind of just shows that Sam was a good dad and Max kind of acknowledged that.
I had the same stuff on page 174, 175 when Max had the accident with the glass. I think everything that Sam did, he just reacted well, and like a mature adult would react to a situation like that. So I think that he's a good dad.
Yeah, I agree with what you three are saying about the thing that happened with Max when he cut his finger. And had to get stitches, and I feel like he was a good parent. Like no matter, like I know the nurses were trying to like say like, oh, you got to be watching your kid all the time. Like that's what good parents do and stuff like that. But he was a good parent. Just kind of got away from him. You can't watch him literally every single second of their life.
Yeah, I agree with all of you. Page 183 says I did watch him all the time, almost every minute, and then that goes along with page 177. I thought that like when he was at the hospital and they were like talking to him, I thought that he really acted like Ian said, like a grown adult and like an actual grown father.
I agree with that because when the doctor was asking him what happened, he almost was gonna blame it on Jenny, but then he like didn't do that because he didn't want to like blame it on someone else, which I think is responsible.
I said like if they said, or when the question said if there's like family situations are reversed, I said Claire would struggle because they said how her parent, like how when she gets home, she doesn't really get to spend time with Emily because her sisters and her mother are like always trying to do things for Emily and like play with her. And if their situations were reversed, I feel like she wouldn't have like that outlet because like when she's at home, she doesn't really have to worry about Emily. She's being taken care of by a lot of people of her family. And Max and Sam don't really have that. It's kind of like they both have to watch each other because they don't have anyone to help out.
Yeah, I think one of the reasons that Sam is a good, or that Claire is a good mom is because that she has all that support from her family. Sam doesn't really have that. He's still a good dad, but I think since Claire has all that support from her family, that helps a lot.
Well,
Go ahead.
I think that makes her not as good of a mom because like she doesn't really do much of the parenting because like her mom is the one that buys her all the things and her sister takes care of Emily, but with like Sam and Max, it's Sam, staying up all night and like making sure that Max has everything he needs and like just always thinking of it and thinking of him. It's more of a one-on-one situation, but with Claire and Emily, it's more of like her whole family.
Yeah, but in the book, Claire said that she wanted to do more with Emily. She actually didn't like how much support that her mom was giving her. So I think that if the roles were reversed, Claire would actually maybe prefer that to be able to spend more time with her daughter, and maybe Sam could deserve a little more help from his family as well.
Yeah.
I
I agree with Mitchell on that. She did say in the book that she would rather do the parenting on her own. She doesn't need all her family help with everything. She wants to be able to take care of her on her own. She wants to spend time with her.
Time.
I know.
I feel like I feel like if Sam had a mom, that he would be like just as good as Claire raising a kid. But since his mom died, that it's just not going as well. But he's still a good dad.